Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jordy, and today I am joined with
Ian.
Oh, yeah, we're excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys had a great week, TGIF, and we're going to be streaming to you live all day long on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, on YouTube, as well as Twitch. Both of our channels are under the name MegaSota for you guys.
Yeah, so make sure you guys are checking in on those streaming sites so that we can shit you out some luck during today, as well as check out some of the locations that just got some brand new Pilot TVs. And those locations that just did so are Polar Bar, Roddy's Bar, Southtown Lanes, and Wadena VFW.
Absolutely, those are some great locations. Just getting those Pilot TVs, so definitely go check that out. And we got a lot of reasons for you guys to be sticking around and playing Pilot games all day long. We get our bingo day started off with that Twins Bingo 25-cent cards. So if you take it home in 52 balls or less, we got a prize of $5,378 on the line.
Whew, definitely a great prize. And that Twins Bingo will lead you right into the Jackpot 125-cent edition, where we give out a bunch of different jackpots. The one that goes out the most is the minor jackpot, and it's starting off at 52 balls or less, $20.33 to take home that great prize in 52 balls or less. But as soon as it hits $50, it clicks up 4 balls, and each $50 increment, it does so until it hits $150, and then it clicks up to 64 balls or less, meaning the ball count stops. The money will keep on growing for you guys, but it's a super easy jackpot to win at 64 balls or less, so definitely come out as that minor prize. It should be going out a few times during that 1 to 4 time.
Absolutely, but right at 4 p.m. we jump into our happy hour show, and that's when you get your first opportunities at some Skull Bingo prizes. We have that large frame on our jackpot to watch list, as you can take it home in 43 balls or less, and it's at $13,614 for you guys.
Oh yeah, but with all this talk of jackpots, I want to talk about the jackpots that went out yesterday, as we have 3 different jackpot winners to go over. The first one being Boat Racer 19 over at Chanticleer Pizza, Coon Rapids, who took home $684. Longtime player Boat Racer 19, as he was a big-time player during our PCS season, back when he could actually fit in his whole name.
Absolutely, that's some good stuff. Nicely done, Boat Racer 19. Next up, we had Nick H over at 1020, who took home $1,064 yesterday.
Good job, Nick. And the final one went out to Bam over at Max's on Main, taking home $626. Definitely a good win for all those players yesterday's live bingo.
Absolutely. Hopefully you guys can be like some of our jackpot winners and get to count towards our rolling total of jackpots for season 12. But another great way of taking home some jackpots is you guys checking out our e-tabs. The latest one that we've released is called Lots of Loons. It's a lot of fun, and the Loons bonus round is a great one to check out because you get to take a picture of the best loon, and if you take the best picture, you get to take home the biggest prize.
Oh yeah, it's a great e-tab game. Definitely a super fun one. See if you could take that best picture and get that really good prize. But we need to check out some weather and see how your guys' weather's looking in Maple Grove, Minnesota. And it's going to be cloudy this morning with thunderstorms developing this afternoon. It's a high of 73 degrees with winds south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That chance of rain is pretty high at 60%. And so a great day, a nice warm day to go stay inside, watch the rainfall, and play a little bit of Pilot games.
Absolutely, and is expected into the nighttime to be some isolated thunderstorms in the evening. Skies will be giving way to partly cloudy ways after midnight. There's a low of 60 degrees tonight, winds light and variable, and that chance of rain is about 30% of the area that'll see that weather. But it is going to be a humidity level of 93% tonight.
Ooh, wow, going to be a humid one. Definitely muggy, but we do have some Twins Bingo that's going to be coming really, really soon, and that's just 10 minutes after we get off air, and that is from 12 to 1, Twins Bingo 25-cent edition, $5,378 available, and you guys can take it home in 52 balls or less. It's a super fun jackpot to be able to win, as well as take home some points towards our twiking zone.
Absolutely, and there's some tight-knit races going on in there, and it starts off in 10th place with Juicy Loser at VFW Columbia Heights, who sits with 39,000. Only 1,000 behind 9th place T-Bone at Poppers, who sits with 40,000.
Oh yeah, definitely a great race there. Who do you got your eye out on?
Juicy Loser.
That's who I I'm looking at as well, as I've been seeing a bunch of wins for Juicy Loser over the last few lunch times. But also another race that we'd like to highlight, we got to hop all the way into our top 5, and that's in 5th place, Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, who has 96,000 points, riding the tail of 4th place player Mikey Wins at Steve-O's with 97,000 points. 2 top-tier players. Do you have a player you're watching out for? As I feel like this one is a little bit more evenly set.
Absolutely. It's going to be a tough one. They are both big-time players, but I'm going to have to stay true and go with Nan.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mikey Wins.
All
As
right.
I think they both get a bunch of wins during lunchtime, and it's kind of a toss-up of who we think is going to be in that 4th place spot.
Yeah, but there really is no question, as they are probably the next 2 players getting in that 100,000 point club. They are right on the tail end of getting into it, so we'll definitely see them in there soon. But the players already in that club are 1st through 3rd places, and starting it off in 3rd place, it is Scrub-Eye at VFW Blaine, who has 114,000. 2nd place is Sinbob over at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 127,000. Then right ahead of them in 1st place, it's Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park, who has 128,000.
Definitely some great standings there, and we've taken a few day break updating these standings, and so once we get back, hopefully we can get those standings updated and see all the shakeups that has happened over the last few lunchtime bingo. But onto the location side, as there are some tight races we need to highlight there as well, and the first one being in our 10th and 9th place. The Floppy Crappie over Pokegama Township has 50,000 points, only needs 2 wins, must-go wins, to catch up to the 9th place location, Cooper's Restaurant Egan, with 52,000 points.
Absolutely. Other than that, there aren't many close-knit races going on. Everyone is pretty solidified in their spots as it stands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could start going over clubs, though, as we got a few players in the 100,000 point club, a few in the 200,000 point club, and 1 location in the 300,000 point club. But getting us started off in the 100,000 point club, in 6th place, we got our place on 3rd in Faribault with exactly 100,000 points. With 138,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. And in 4th place in that 100,000 point club, the final location there, we got Poppers in Virginia with 149,000 points.
Absolutely. But next up in the 200,000 point club, in 3rd place, it's Corky's Bar in South Haven with 209,000 points. Next up in 2nd place, it's American Legion Fridley, who has 255,000 points. But as quickly as we got into that 200,000 point club, our number 1 location is in the 300,000 point club.
Yeah, big time location, 332,000 points total this season 12, and that's VFW Spring Lake Park, the reigning champions, won in season 11, now got the lead in season 12. We'll see if they can win it back to back.
Absolutely, that's going to be some big time stuff. We're definitely going to be looking out at these standings to see what shakeups are happening and who's taking that lead. VFW Spring Lake Park definitely has a strong lead, but I'd love to see some more competition happening there.
Oh, yeah. But if you want to take a break from our live bingo, our E-tabs are a great place to go. And, I mean, definitely check out our new E-tab game, lots of loons. But you can also check out one of my favorite E-tab games, and we're listening to it right now, and that's Rockin' Gold. It's super fun, diner-themed. You got the disco floors. It's really great stuff, and you can get some really great wins in that one. But if that's not your theme, you can check out all of our different E-tab games. We have over 50 different Charitable E-tab games that you can play, and you can play those things anytime, win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games as well. You definitely don't want to miss out.
Absolutely, guys. Go check out our E-tab games. They're a lot of fun to play. But if you just want to stick to the regularly scheduled bingo, we got a lot of cash for you guys there as well. After that Twins bingo at 1 p.m., going all the way till 4 p.m., we have the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. We're starting out the day with that minor at $20.33 at 52 balls or less. But Ian already explained those rules, and you guys know the drill. Every $50, it clicks up another 4 balls for you guys. We also have that major at $1,945. You can take that home in 49 balls or less. And that mega prize at $25,000, and you can take that home in 43 balls or less.
Yeah, definitely some great prizes in that Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. Super excited to see if we can get any big-time jackpot winners with that major continuing to click up. But that Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition leads you right into our happy hour bingo, where we got some really good prizes on the line. Getting us started off is some Lucky 4 bingo at 4 p.m., where you have a shot at $29,175, and that should be just growing as you guys get enrolled. And if you don't win it in that very first game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you'll have one final shot today on Friday at 6 p.m. to take home that great prize. But in between 4 and 6, you get to play 23 games of Skull Bingo. You got that. It's a $1 edition of Skull Bingo, and you got a line prize of $180. You can win that in 10 balls or less, and usually during that time, we give out multiple different line prizes. The large frame is sitting as the largest jackpot on our Skull Bingo at $13,614. You can take that home in 43 balls or less, and the coverall looking good as it's growing back up again as it's at $3,949. You can take it home in 50 balls or less. And the best part about this is that if it doesn't go out and you don't get big wins, or it does go out, the ball count always changes. It stays the same, and so you can always take home those prizes at the same amount.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And whatever those prizes leave off at 6 p.m., that's what's going to be picking up for you guys to finish off your night uninterrupted with Skull Bingo. But while you're playing from 4 to 6, you're also getting to take home some points towards our happy hour standings. We've been keeping track of those points, and we'll have those updated for you very soon. But as it stands in our standings, we have some crazy ties still going on, like that 3-way tie in 10th place between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, and Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They all have 10,000 points.
Yeah, and the ties don't stop there, as there's another 3-way tie in 7th place between Dustball 75 at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. They all have 11,000 points.
Absolutely, but then we got some tight-knit races going on. In 6th place, we got Lucky Ride at South Street Saloon, right ahead of them with 1,000 points, 12,000 total. But right ahead of them with 13,000. In 5th place, it's Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover. 4th place, right ahead of them with 15,000 is Billany at VFW Blaine, but they'll let you take away our top 3 players.
Oh yeah, our top 3 sit like this, as we got Lars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. With 20,000 points in 2nd place, we got Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville. And in 1st place, we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points. Definitely a great standings there, with some really tight races that I'm going to be watching out for, as I definitely expect Funk to still be at the top of these standings. But there's a few of these players that I'm going to be expected to be jumping out, getting bumped out, or a few of them moving in, as I've definitely been seeing some consistent people during our lunchtime bingo that haven't from our happy hour bingo, that haven't been able to get into our top 10 just yet without us updating our standings.
Yeah, Will and I were talking about it just yesterday on Cup of Joe, that we think that Brother Nate and Funk might even be the only 2 players that stay in our top 10 when they get updated.
That could be the case, as those players, they have quite a few points that they earned, but those players that have been earning points all this Skull Bingo time will get some big point jumps once these are updated.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, we still got some tight-knit races there as well. In 10th place, it's a Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points, but only 1,000 points separating them from a tie that was going on in 8th between Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover, and they had 17,000 points.
Yeah, definitely some crazy stuff there. But moving on from that, it's only a 2,000 point gap between them and the next location, Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville, with 19,000 points in that 7th place spot. You got a little bit of a jump before you get to that 6th place location, VFW Blaine, with 23,000 points. But they're only 3,000 points behind the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45 in Hilltop in 5th place with 26,000 points. 4th place is American Legion Fridley with 33,000 points. 3rd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 44,000 points. 2nd place is Onamia Vets Club with 46,000 points. And in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with a whopping 80,000 points.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how many people are in that 75,000 point club, or maybe even the 100,000 point club by the time we get these updated. It's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you guys are sticking around and staying in tune for when we get these standings updated.
Oh yeah, but obviously after that final game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you get into some more Skull Bingo action. That's going to be run from 6 all the way till 10. And like I said, any of those jackpots go out, any of them grow even larger, you'll still get them at that same ball count. The line prize always 10 balls or less. The large frame always 43 balls or less, and the coverall always 50 balls or less. It's a super fun time, so definitely come out for that Skull Bingo from 6 to 10. And that Skull Bingo sometimes gets interrupted by some really fun specialty nights.
That's right, and you can check those out on Tuesday and Wednesday. Next Tuesday is your next opportunity at taking home some PGL points, and that happens during MegaSota game night. It happens each and every Tuesday at 6:40, and it's your only opportunity at seeing Tony and Nikki host a show and give out some great PGL points. They even have a jackpot jungle coverall that they have not given out on a $1 card, so in 54 balls or less, you could be taking home $29,457.
Definitely some great stuff there. And we got a great night after that Tuesday on Wednesday, as we got our TwinsWinsDay that runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Again, a bunch of PGL game action on that night. It's me and Jordy. We're always trying to give out a bunch of prizes, as well as our new grand finale, which is 2 games actually, and it's 2 games of Wipeout Blackout. It's super fun, very similar to Skull Bingo, but with different prizes. It's super fun.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great one, so you guys definitely want to come out for those 2 specialty nights each week. But if you want to take home those PGL points, you need to make sure you're signed up at pgl.world. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to compete against each other for those PGL points, as well as get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter. These past few months have been crucial, as we've just released some information about our annual event, PyCon. Registration is open and since sold out, and so that's going to be some really exciting stuff, and we're looking forward to see all of you guys out there September 15th at Waite Park for PyCon.
I mean, it's super exciting that we're sold out. It should be a really, really fun event. But the players that got signed up, we got Crusher, ePayment, CK Minnesota 03, Becky T, Ward T, Brother, JM Bash 21, Just Meg, Cam to Bam, Nelly, Coolio 17, Ashley S, Fensky 505, Angel Ma, Bread 732, Charlie U, Vodka Queen, Lori, Cryax, Test the Go, Big Bucks 13, Jeannie, Lucky Guy 91, Angie 5535 8, Mommy 1992, and Bat Expo 86.
Right on. Those are some great players that were able to sign up at pgl.world. Welcome to the league. It's been a great one, but we do have those updated standings for PGL players at least that we can run through with you guys.
Oh yeah, and in 10th place we got Panda over at the roadside, who's taken home 326,000 points.
Absolutely. Next up, we got Jay Stads playing over at TB3, who sits with 345,000.
Then Bucks is sitting in that 8th place spot over at the Rustic Saloon, who's taking home 349,000 points.
Next up in 7th, we got Diesel at Eagle St. James with 358,000.
6th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 391,000 points.
Devoided sits in 5th place, who has 414,000.
Yeah, Bergar is sitting in 4th place with 420,000 points, playing at the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls.
Right on. Next up, we got Keeves in 3rd, who has 444,000 over at Clearwater Corners.
Good job, Keeves. And sticking with the same letter for their first name, we got Keith in 2nd place with a whopping 493,000 points, playing at Ibiza's West.
Nice. And then our number 1 player is Forget You, D at VFW Austin, who sits with 563,000 points so far.
Yeah, a great player standings that have been really competitive during this season, and we haven't been able to get an update for the location side of these standings. So we have what has happened over last week updated, but the 2 PGL nights that happened this week have not affected these location standings just yet. But in 10th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice with 1,054,000 points. 9th place is American Legion Fridley with 1,119,000 points. 8th place is Clancy's on Island Lake and Park Rapids with 1,143,000 points. With 1,235,000 points in 7th place, we got the Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. 6th place is Billy's Rockford with 1,259,000 points. And I'll let you take that top 5.
All right. Well, in 5th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store with 1,354,000. With 1,453,000 in 4th place, it's VFW Northville. 3rd place is Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 1,717,000. With 1,765,000 in 2nd place, it's Mabel Liquor Store. And in 1st place, it's Poppers in Virginia, sitting with 1,918,000.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. And if you guys want to keep up to date with all those great things happening, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. Click on that and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives prizes, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree. You'll be able to find links to bar locations, our socials, pgl.world, and so much more. Definitely check out that Facebook page.
Absolutely. But as we finish off this Cup of Joe, we want to talk about a very important player and the charity they supported while taking home a jackpot. Over this past weekend, the Pust over at Northeast Palace took home $6,392. A great jackpot going out to that player. But while they were playing at Northeast Palace, they supported the Minneapolis Firefighters Local 82 Triple Crown. Their mission is to support the men and women of Minneapolis and the Firefighters Local 82 who proudly protect the residents and visitors of Minneapolis 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Oh yeah, well, me and Jordy will be right back for a little bit of Twins Bingo. But while you guys are getting enrolled into that, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys in 10.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience. Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of a lunchtime Twins bingo, and we are streaming live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so make sure you guys are checking those out, seeing if we give out some prizes, as well as check in, and we'll shoot you out some luck.
Absolutely, and a couple locations that just got some Pilot TVs installed include Polar Bar, Roddy's Bar, Southtown Lanes, and Wadena VFW.
Definitely some great locations getting those Pilot TVs, and we gave out some really great jackpots yesterday. I mean, we've given out 25 jackpots during the last 7 days and 160 jackpots during this season 12.
Right on, that's some good stuff, and we gave out 3 just yesterday. That first one went out to Boat Racer 19 over at Chanticleer Pizza Coon Rapids, who took home $684.
Good to see the longtime player Boat Racer 19. I would love to see if he, I think he actually races boats, and so I would love to be able to see Boat Racer 19's boat race.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many boat races, so
yeah, no, that'd be awesome
Have you ever been to a boat race?
No, I have not.
I've been to one singular boat race, and I thought it was really cool, and so I would love to see it once again. And maybe I can spot out Boat Racer 19 whenever it happens.
Absolutely.
But next up on our jackpots that went out yesterday, we had Nick Aish over at the 1020 bar taking home $1,064.
Yeah, but we do have a line prize winner, as Not at the V over at Adagio's is taking home that $9 line prize. We're working on a $9 large M and a $5,438 jackpot in this round number 1.
Yeah, good job to Not the V, getting it out nice and early so we can work towards this large M and try and give it out early as well so that we can have a shot at that coverall of $5,438.
Absolutely. Well, nicely done, Nick, taking home that jackpot. Well, we gave out one final one yesterday, and it went out to Bam over at Max's on Main, who took home $626.
Definitely some great players getting some great jackpots, and we got a great eTab game for you guys to check out, the newest of our eTab games.
That's right. You guys were even just seeing a promo on our commercials right before we got on air with you guys. It's called Lots of Loons. It's an awesome eTab game where you can even check out that Loons bonus round where you get to snap a picture of the best loon, and if you get the best picture, you take home the biggest prize.
Oh yeah, you can even check out our preview of that on our commercials or on our Facebook page. You can then see that we did a little bit more of a realistic take on this Lots of Loons, not the cartoony games that we normally put out. And I got no problem with the cartoony games. I love them. But
absolutely.
Lots of Loons, a little bit more realistic. You could take some really cool photos in it, as that's the bonus round, and you can take home really good prizes. And you can find all that preview action on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games, and you'll find our logo. Click on that, and you'll see our weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, as well as a preview to that game of Lots of Loons, and so much more. You can also find that website link on there, which is super useful. It's our link tree, and it has links to bar locations, our social media, pgl.world, and even more links there as well. So definitely check out our Facebook page to figure out everything Pilot Games.
Absolutely. And if there's not any information there that you want to find, you can just shoot us a message, whatever you need to figure out, and we'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. But we do have some large M winners.
Yeah, we have Dago 11 over at the Polar Lounge, as well as Sinbob over at the Bedrock, taking home, splitting up that $9 large M, as we do have a winner on that Musco coverall.
That's right, taking home $13. We got Lucky Tim at Lakefront Bar. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 1. That means that jackpot is moving and grooving on over to game number 2.
Oh yeah, and right now we're in a bit of Twins bingo. We just had a Cup of Joe with Jordy. That happens 5 days a week from 11:30 all the way till 11:50, going over a bunch of great prizes and shakeups in the standings. But after that, Twins bingo, you're in it right now, and we're playing this all the way till 1 o'clock. We got started off at 12, and after this Twins bingo, we get into the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4. You got a mega, major, and minor prize on the line, with the minor prize definitely being highlighted as it goes out multiple times during that 1 to 4 time, because every $50 increment it clicks up 4 balls until it hits that 64 ball count. It's definitely an awesome time to play some Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition. Right now that minor's at $20.33, so at 52 balls or less, but very quickly it will be clicking up in that ball count.
Absolutely. It's a lot of fun, and it leads you right into our happy hour show that happens 4 to 6 each and every day. It's a lot of fun, and you get your day started off with that Lucky 4 bingo right at 4 p.m. that has over $29,175 on the line. Try and take it home in a lucky few numbers, and you're starting your weekend off right. But don't worry if it doesn't go out at 4 p.m. There's a second opportunity to take it home at 6 p.m., but sandwiched right in the middle during our happy hour show are the 23 games of Skull Bingo to get your night started. We're starting off with that line prize at $180.25. You can take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame at $13,614.60. You can take that home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize at $3,949.35. Take that home in 50 balls or less. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. And if any of those jackpots do end up going out, don't worry, because they stay at the same ball count no matter what. And so you can keep on sticking around till 6 all the way till 10, because you'll be playing some more Skull Bingo with that coverall. It can still be won at 50 balls or less no matter what has happened. It may be a larger jackpot. It may have went out during that time. The large frame 43 balls or less, and the line prize at 10 balls or less. Definitely worth coming out for from 6 all the way till 10. But sometimes that 6 to 10 Skull Bingo gets interrupted with some really great specialty nights. And those are the only nights we give out PGL points, Tuesday night and Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Guys, definitely come out next Tuesday night for your next opportunity at taking home some PGL points. It happens at 6:40 when MegaSota game night gets kickstarted. That's your only opportunity at seeing Tony and Nikki hosting the show and giving out some jackpots and PGL points. It's a lot of fun, a lot of tournament-style games, and they end off their night with a Jackpot Jungle finale that they have not given out that jackpot for. It's the $1 edition, so you could take home $29,457.50 if you take it home in 54 balls or less.
Yeah, love MegaSota game night. I also really enjoy, me and Jordy, we really enjoy TwinsWinsDay.
Oh, yeah.
And that comes to you guys live 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, where it's me and Jordy's opportunity to give out a bunch of PGL points as well as some great cash prizes. We gave out a really good cash prize about 2 weeks ago to Mad Dog, was it? Who was the one that took home the coverall in Jackpot Jungle? I can't remember it, but we did give out that Jackpot Jungle coverall, so we switched up our grand finale to some Wipeout Blackout games, which are super fun. And if you enjoy Skull Bingo, you definitely want to try out that Wipeout Blackout in TwinsWinsDay.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get a peek at what happened.
Yeah, who ended up winning that great prize? As it was a few weeks ago, and so it was. I just can't seem to remember it.
I'll figure it out.
But we got balls dropping in this game number 2 of Twins Bingo. We got a line prize of $11 going out to Dago11 over at the Polar Lounge, as well as Stoli at VFW Shakopee. Good job to both those players. Now working on that $11 large M. Do you find who won?
Was it 131,000?
Nope, that was not. That was actually the mega jackpot that went out for Jackpot Hunter.
Oh, I can't find it just yet.
Yeah, I think you got a little too far even into our weeks, and so definitely some fun stuff. Come out to play the important part is we play Wipeout Blackout now for our TwinsWinsDay.
Absolutely.
Good job to that player getting the Jackpot Jungle win, as that was definitely a big one. But we're going to move on to some national days, and our first national day is an iconic one, as it's National Potato Day.
Absolutely.
Spuds. On August 19th each year, the humble potato takes center stage. In truth, though, it doesn't it steal the show at nearly every meal?
It really does. I have a girlfriend, my high school best friend. She has such a love for potatoes that her and her partner have decided that when they get married, they are going to have a potato bar at their wedding. And they're going to have various different kinds of potatoes, from curly fries to tater tots to mashed potatoes. She wants a potato bar.
I think that's a great option. I think that that will be a really big hit at their wedding.
Absolutely.
But did you know that potatoes are actually from South America?
Really?
Yeah, fun little fact about that. People have been growing potatoes for at least 7,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of history that goes into potato. There are around 4,000 different types of potatoes. Yes, and different potatoes are good for different dishes. We do have a large M winner, though.
Absolutely. It is Rhonda as well as Hippie They are both splitting up that $11 large frame, and we just gave out that must-go prize of $17 going out to Doggo11 over at the Polar Lounge. Nicely done to all of our winners in game number 2. We're about to be enrolled in game number 3.
A weird little correlation fun fact.
Nikki thinks it might be Towley.
Okay, yes, it definitely could have been Towley.
Yeah.
But getting the win in our Jackpot Jungle grand finale. But definitely some great stuff on that TwinsWinsDay. But some more facts about potatoes. Potatoes are actually belong to the same plant family as the tobacco plant.
Really?
Yeah, that's really surprising to me. Would have never guessed.
You shouldn't eat a potato that's gone green.
That's a good thing to know. I did not know this.
I was going to say, every once in a while, you get a potato chip that's got green on it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a little dangerous. In the right condition, potatoes can be stored for up to a year.
Really?
I think that's one of the main reasons why it was so popular during earlier times, as you could eat it at any point.
Apparently, the Incas had more than one use for their potatoes.
Okay, I wonder what else they did it for. The Incas had a much closer relationship to potatoes and used them to treat various physical ailments.
Yeah, like a toothache.
Wow, that's cool.
Potatoes are not related to sweet potatoes. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I know, it's the scandal of the century.
It really is. It really is. The only connection between the two vegetables is that they are starchy vegetables grown under the ground.
Well, potatoes are tubers. Sweet potatoes are actually just enlarged roots of the sweet potato plant.
That, I mean, would have
never... So it's not a spud, it's considered a root?
Would have never known that.
Interesting.
Potatoes were the first vegetable to be grown in space.
I mean, have you seen Martian?
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Potatoes grow in real harsh environments and stuff like that. So definitely awesome.
Have you ever seen Martian with Matt Damon?
Yes.
He gets stranded in space,
yes.
grows his own potatoes.
I have seen that one. I have seen that. I completely forgot. I get mixed up with the other one where Interstellar. Is it Matt Damon again who's in space that tries to...
I've never seen Interstellar.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you. Well, yeah, so I won't say anything. I think it's Matt Damon that's in Interstellar as well that plays like a stranded astronaut.
See, the only other one that I know of is the one that Sandra Bullock was in, where she's lost at space.
Yes, that's a really good one
as
well.
That's a really good one.
But in Interstellar, yeah, it's one of the first movies that has Timothy Chalamet in it.
Yeah, good for him.
Really, really young. He plays Matthew McConaughey's son, which makes sense for sure.
Absolutely, I see it.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to know who is... Yeah, it's Matt Damon. Matt Damon is on that.
Okay.
Yes, and it was Matt Damon in the...
Yeah, in Martian.
In Martian as well, so that's funny. A good little correlation there. But we do have 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 3 of Twins Bingo. So make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as we got a really fun second national day.
It's actually an international one, and as it is International Orangutan Day. For the love of orangutans, International Orangutan Day on August 19th spreads awareness about the threat of their extinction. Celebrate these fantastic apes and encourage the public to take action in protecting them.
Yeah, definitely protect the orangutans.
Absolutely.
They're super cool, super interesting creatures.
Absolutely.
And
they're some of my favorite monkeys.
Oh yeah, I mean their whole look to them, they look fun to hang around.
You look like you just want to give one a hug.
Exactly. So we're gonna find out a little bit more about orangutans,
so
as orangutans are native to Southeast Asia.
Very cool. Orangutans are the largest tree-dwelling mammals on Earth.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Female orangutans reproduce about once every 8 years.
Okay. Orangutans' arms are actually longer than their legs.
That doesn't surprise me, as it reaches the ground. I think most monkeys, or apes,
have longer
arms than they do legs. We do have a winner though on that line prize.
That's right, Doggo11 yet again over at the Polar Lounge, taking home $13 on that lion prize. We have $13 on that large frame and $5,572 on that jackpot.
Oh yeah, and orangutans eat a lot of fruit. Fun fact: it's actually a diet that consists mostly of fruit.
They eat more than 500 different types of fruit.
Wow, that's really cool.
Orangutans and humans share more than 97% of their DNA.
That's really interesting. I mean, that's a massive percent. And it makes sense because they're the mammals that look the most like us out of any other mammal.
Yeah, the closest relative is chimpanzees and bamboos. They share 98.7%, and then gorillas and humans share 98% of their DNA.
Orangutans are incredibly smart.
I knew this.
Yeah, they can use tools to forage for food in the wild and are capable of observing their imitating human behavior. That's really cool.
Very cool. An orangutan was legally ruled a non-human person.
So it's still considered a person, but a non-human.
An ape was entitled to basic rights of a personhood, such as the right to live free from physical and psychological harm, and should no longer be kept in a zoo.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, she went to go live at a great ape sanctuary.
That's really cool. So it was one ape that got ruled this as a non-human person.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All 3 species of orangutan are critically endangered. I mean, that's why we're highlighting it on today, is because we want to help with that, make sure that they don't, because they're one of the many cool species that exist on this earth.
Absolutely. We got G-Man over at Wild Boar Bar and Grill taking home $13 on that large frame. We moved past that jackpot. We got $20 on that coverall.
Oh, yeah. We'll see if we can give who's going to be getting that $20 coverall prize. And there it is. It's Junk over at VFW Shakopee who took home that $20 Musco coverall prize. And now we're getting enrolled into a game number 4 of Twins Bingo. And that jackpot should be continuing to grow and roll into this next game.
Absolutely, but you guys can research orangutans yourself, donate, do whatever you feel right to help preserve this natural habitat and just protect the species in general.
Yeah, next up is World Humanitarian Day. Each year, World Humanitarian Day is held on August 19th to honor aid workers who put their lives at risk to better the lives of others. The day also rallies support for people who around the world affected by crises. Around the world, the United Nations, along with the International Organization of Non-Governmental Organizations, come together to observe World Humanitarian Day. The day is commemorated with fundraisers for relief organizations, lectures, and a variety of events to increase awareness for those living in crisis.
Absolutely. This is a great day to highlight and celebrate.
Yeah, I think it's always important to be a humanitarian, and so go out there, maybe do your own research, or
do your part.
Yeah, do your part on today, as it's in World Humanitarian Day. But we do have another national day.
That's right. It's International Bow Day. And on August 19th, International Bow Day recognizes the accessory that has been changing fashion for centuries: bows. Adding accessories makes just about any look so much better.
Yeah, definitely a cool one. And I can't think of bows, like fashion bows, without thinking of JoJo Siwa at this point.
Immediately. She has made an entire empire based on her JoJo Siwa bows.
Yeah, she really has, and now that has so much to do with it. Actually, fun little fact: my mom used to be a little small business type person. That back when she was just raising kids and stuff like that for a little bit of extra income, she made bows, and she actually named it the company. I mean, as much as you can call it a company, and it was a basement where she glued things together. She called it Sweet Fias, and
that's how every business starts, you know.
Yeah, and
in
so
a basement somewhere.
So she was doing that. Sold it to there's a bunch of pictures of like my little cousins wearing those bows and stuff like that. But it was a really fun time, and she got super creative with them. And there's so many different designs that she was able to do by making those bows. And it was really fun during the time where bows were super popular.
Absolutely, where I never got to experiment with making different colored bows and things of that sort. But my pom teams, my dance teams, my cheer teams, we all had to have a bow in our hair at some point for a performance or a competition of some sort. And so it was an annual thing where any of my teams would get together and make our own bows. And it was always so much fun making bows because we were allowed to have like little hints of differences and stuff.
Yes.
And it was our only sense of like individuality with our uniforms and what costumes, what it may be. But it was always such a fun part of being on our team.
Did you have a favorite color of bow when you were a kid?
It was always black and orange because that's my school colors.
Okay, so that was
We weren't like I said, we weren't able to kind of experiment with colors, but it was just like a fun team bonding thing.
Yeah, that does seem like a good time. As I mean, similar to that in a way, it is. I always had a good time whenever we'd get our football helmets. We'd have to put on all the decals to our football helmets, and all the whole team would get together for like a team dinner or something like that, and we'd all put on the football decals. And so it's very similar to that, just being able to team bond while working on a task together. And then there's certain people that are just like fantastic at it, and you're like, hey, will you help me a bit?
That came out when it came to rhinestoning.
Really?
Oh my goodness. We had one, but before I go into this, we do have Steve Lai over at Adagio's taking home that $12 line prize. We have $12 on that large M and $5,633 on that jackpot. But there was one costume specifically that the entire like bodice of it had to be sequined by hand or rhinestoned by hand.
And you guys had to do it yourselves?
And we had to do it ourselves. And so we all had to buy these hot rhinestone guns and rhinestones with glue, and we all met at a house. And there were so many girls who couldn't do it and were like burning their fingers and stuff. And so there was probably like 4 or 5 of us that had to
actually
do
did everybody's
all 27 uniforms.
That is hilarious.
It took so long.
Well, happy International Bow Day. Definitely a great one. And Rock, maybe your most fashionable bow, and I guess maybe a bow tie you can celebrate on today.
Absolutely, any type of bow.
Oh yeah, but it's also World Photography Day. Every year on August 19th, World Photography Day celebrates the art, craft, science, and history of photography. The day also encourages photographers from all around the globe to share a single photo that encapsulates their world.
Yeah, I think photography is amazing. It's definitely one of the best things that have been invented to capture moments and memories and significant events that have happened.
Yeah, did you know that the word photography actually comes from Greek, and the meaning is to draw light?
Very cool. We do have Webb as well as Tez playing at Poppers, Stoli at VFW's Shakopee, and Webb at Miniger Sports Hub, all splitting up that $12 large M. We are just now moving past that jackpot. We got $19 on a must-go prize now, and we got a bunch of players 3 balls away.
Oh yeah, the first photograph ever taken was by a French scientist named Joseph Nispi. He captured the image with a camera obscular in 1826. That's crazy how early that was.
We do have a couple winners, as player over at Poppers and loser Deb at Adagio's are taking home and splitting up that $19 must-go prize. That was game number 4. We're about to begin enrolled in game number 5 now.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. And another fun fact, the company Kodiak was founded by George Eastman in 1888. When asked, Eastman claimed that the word Kodak had no meaning behind it, and he said that the letter K seemed to be a strong
incentive
sort of letter.
Very cool.
Ah, interesting.
The most expensive camera ever sold was a Lisa O series camera in a 1923 prototype for the groundbreaking Lisa A. It was sold at an auction in Vienna.
That is really cool. Well, definitely some fun photography facts on today. Definitely whip out those cameras if you got one, and make your own little photography session for yourself.
Absolutely. I would love to get back into photography.
Oh, yeah. But we do have some more great national days.
Yeah, this next one is a personal favorite, and is National Soft Ice Cream Day. National Soft Ice Cream Day on August 19th gives us a tasty way to cool off on a hot summer day. Whether you enjoy it in a bowl or on a cone, grab some soft serve and enjoy.
Yeah, definitely a great day on today, as I love a good soft serve ice cream. And the best soft serve ice cream is when you get to serve it up yourself. When you got the machine right there, like, you know, the Golden Corrals when I was a kid.
I've never been to a Golden Corral.
Oh, it was awesome. Now that I think about it, I'm like, there was definitely a kid that like had his mouth on the machine while he was, while it was coming out. But I didn't think about that, and I just ate it, and it was so fun because you just fill it up, and I would just make it as giant as I possibly could, way larger than any ice cream cone should be. Probably made more ice cream messes than I did actually enjoy the ice cream, but it was a great time, and I absolutely loved it. And then I finally got good at it. And then I was like,
perfected the swirl.
Yeah, it was like 6th grade, 5th grade.
Did you get the Dairy Queen loop?
It was like 5th grade that, no, I could never get the Dairy Queen loop, but I got to the point where I could stack it pretty much as high as I wanted to. And that was because my grandparents owned a little ice cream shop for a little bit, and I helped out in the summer for a little bit. And I got
the secrets.
Got pretty good at it, doing it multiple times all the time. And so then now I can just, put a great swirl on there. I can't anymore, actually, but I used to be able to.
I have one very specific place that I absolutely just adore getting soft serve. It's actually custard from, and it is this place in Michigan called Greenfield Village. And in Greenfield Village in Dearborn, they have this stand that it's a very specific stand. I'm picturing it in my head in the park, and they have the best swirled soft serve custard.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
It's stacked high on a cone, and it's just the perfect addition to your day.
Yeah. Well, happy National Soft Ice Cream Day. Definitely enjoy some on today. Go and get that McDonald's cone, or get a cone from whatever bar you're at. It's also National Aviation Day, as National Aviation Day on August 19th recognizes the pioneers of human flight. And we'll actually talk a little bit more about Aviation Day and why it is on today when we finally get to our celebrity birthday list, because it's an important person's day. It's a Wright brother, but we do have
Way to
some.
spoil it.
I know, I spoiled it, but you don't know which one. We do have a little bit of Twins news, as we are 61-55, and we had a really nice game just on Wednesday.
That's right. Emilio Pagan pitched 2 scoreless innings after Tyler Mahle departed with right shoulder fatigue, and the Minnesota Twins beat the Kansas City Royals 4-0 on Wednesday for a 3-game sweep. But before I go in further more about it, we got a line prize winner.
Sea-Dog over at Northeast Palace, taking home $15 on that line prize. We're now working on a $15 large M.
That's right, but Jose Miranda homered for Minnesota, which is fighting with Cleveland and Chicago White Sox for control of the crowded AL Central. Miranda finished with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, and Nick Gordon had a run-scoring double.
Yeah, awesome stuff, and we're hoping that we can get that much closer to catching up to that Cleveland Guardians team, as well as, separate from the Chicago White Sox today, as our Twins are taking on the Rangers. They're having to come over to Minnesota at 7:10 p.m. It should be a great one, and you guys will be right in the middle of that Skull Bingo from 6 all the way till 10.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to show some support for the Minnesota Twins, you can play our awesome E-Tab game, Twins Win. You can check out that Home Run Derby bonus round where you get to pick a lucky batter and win some home run prizes.
Oh, yeah, but you can also play what you're playing right now, Twins Bingo. And when this is our lunchtime bingo, that earns points towards the Twiking Zone. And in our player side of our standings, in 10th place, we got Juicy Loser over at VFW Columbia Heights with 39,000 points. With 40,000 points in 9th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers. 8th place is Tez over at Poppers with 53,000 points. And before I get into our top 7, we do have a winner.
That's right. We got Dan Tabulis over at Mapleview Lounge, taking home $15 on that large M.
As we only got 2 balls to try and give this one, let's see if AA Ron can get the win on this one. Definitely I think they're trying to make a little fun Key and Peele reference right there. But we'll see as we clicked past it to a $22 must go. And in 7th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 79,000 points. With 87,000 points in 6th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. And we do have a winner.
That's right. Dan Tabulis over at Mapleview Lounge has taken home that $22 must go prize as well. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 5. We're about to be enrolled in game number 6 now.
Yeah, great stuff. But into our top 5 in our lunchtime bingo. 5th place is Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, 96,000 points. 97,000 points for the 4th place player, Mikey Wins at Steve O's. 3rd place is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 114,000 points. With 127,000 points in 2nd place, we got Simbob at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, it's Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, in 10th place, we start off with Floppy Crappie in Pokegama Township, who has 50,000 points. With 52,000 in 9th place, it's Cooper's Restaurant in Eagan. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 75,000 points. With 84,000 points in 7th place is Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. Then in 6th place, it's Our Place on 3rd in Faribault with exactly 100,000 points. With 138,000 in 5th place, it's VFW Blaine. Fourth place, it's with Poppers in Virginia, who has 194,000 points. But with 209,000 points in third place, it's Corky's Bar in South Haven. Second place is American Legion Fridley, who has 255,000. Then with 332,000 points in first place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Really tight-knit standings. I can't wait to see who comes out on top. But if you guys want to win some good money, have a lot of fun, and maybe take a break from our live bingo, check out our eTab games. The one that we're listening to right now is Rockin' Gold. It's a super fun diner disco themed game. You can take home a lot of prizes in the bonus round, and it's just a really fun game.
Absolutely. It's a great theme to check out, but if it doesn't sound up to your speed, we have over 50 different charitable eTab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They all have that 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5. Awesome bonus rounds that you can win, as well as free play rounds as well. Definitely go check those out.
Yeah, great stuff. And you guys got 1 minute and 10 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 6 of Twins Bingo. We got $5,797 of total prizes, so make sure you guys continue to get enrolled, as we're going to be trying to give out a great jackpot. But as you guys are doing so, we got some music history. And on today in 1967, the Beatles' All You Need Is Love hits #1, where it stays for 1 week.
As it should.
Yeah, great song. That is competitive for one of my favorite Beatles songs of all time.
I agree.
I had completely forgot about it as a song, to be honest. I haven't listened to it in years.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go after this broadcast. I'm going on to Apple Music. I'm saving that Beatles song, making sure I listen to it a bit more.
I absolutely agree. That's a great song, and I feel like it should have deserved another week or so.
Exactly. It
More than
definitely
1
did.
week.
It probably got surpassed by another Beatles song, to be
Probably.
honest.
But also on today in music history, in 1943, Edwin Hawkins, who with his choir records, "Oh Happy Day," the first traditional gospel song to cross to the pop charts.
Yeah, really cool stuff. I always like it when artists incorporate a choir, as I think it sounds so good.
It sounds amazing.
It sounds really, really good when they incorporate a choir. And Edwin Hawk definitely did a good job with "Oh Happy Day" doing so.
I completely agree. I'm not actually well versed with his songs.
Yeah, I don't know Edwin Hawk, but I know "Oh Happy Day." Definitely know that one, as it's super popular. But we do have prizes lined up for us in this game. A line prize of $14, a large M of $14, and a coverall jackpot. If you win in 52 balls or less, you could take home $5,787. Great stuff here. And we already got players 2 balls away.
Absolutely. Honky tonk, not VFW Vice, and we got a winner.
Yeah, JTW over at Carboni's Pizza. CR Billiards taking home $14. Now we're working on that $14 large M. But we've talked a little bit about our PGL nights during this broadcast, Tuesday and Wednesday night. People come out, they earn some PGL points.
That's
it's a lot of fun. But if you want to be one of those players earning PGL points, there's a place you guys got to sign up.
Absolutely, and that's PGL.World. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to earn those PGL points that are awarded on our specialty nights, compete against each other, as well as get access to insider information. And you guys better have done so pretty early on, because the last few weeks have been crucial as we released our annual event, PyCon information. PyCon is officially happening September 15th, Thursday, at the Ledge Amphitheater in Waite Park, Minnesota. It is sold out already. That is craziness, and we are super excited to come out and see you guys there. We're going to have some awesome stuff, like our legendary musical event. It's going to be ZZ Top this year. They're going to be coming out and performing for you guys all their legendary hits at a private event. That registration is free, but it is sold out, so we're hoping to see you guys there, and you'll be able to come out, check out their new games that we have to offer with Pilot Games, meet with legislators, have some great tunes, and just a great amount of fun. Maybe even come out on a broadcast with us.
So if you're signed up, make sure you guys come out for that event. I mean, it's a great time. I mean, it's sad that not more people can end up going, as it is sold out. But let's talk about those players that are now earning PGL points that just got signed up, as that's another incentive of you getting signed up at PGL.World. But before I do so, we do have a winner.
That's right. Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar in Richmond is taking home that $14 large M. We got 2 balls to go before we're moving past this jackpot.
And it doesn't look like we're going to do it. Moving on to a must-go prize of $22. But new players signed up, and I'm going to get through this quick. We got Crusher, ePayment, CK Minnesota 03, Becky T, Ward T, Brother, JM Badge 21, Just Meg, Cam to Bam, Nelly, Coolio 17, Ashley S, Fensky 505, Angel Ma, Bread 732, Charlie Uke, Vodka Queen, Lori Cryax, Test the Go, Big Bucks 13, Jeannie, Lucky Guy 91, Angie 5535-8, Mommy 1992, and Bat Expo 86.
Wow, that was impressive. But we do have Mikey wins at Steve-O's taking home that $22 must-go prize in this game number 6. We're about to be enrolled in game number 7 already. Yeah. But nicely done to all of our players signing up at pgl.world. You guys have the right idea. But we do have our standings that people have already been competing against each other all season 12 long for our PGL standings.
Oh yeah, and in 10th place, we got Panda over at the roadside with 276,000 points. With 277,000 points in 9th place. Well, actually, we actually got the updated standings, and in 10th place we got Panda with 326,000 points. 9th place is Jay Stads over at TB3s with 345,000 points. Bucks is in 8th with 49,000 points over at Rustic Saloon. At Eagle St. James, we got the 7th place player Diesel with 358,000 points. 6th place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 391,000 points. With 414,000 points in 5th place, we got Devoided over at the roadside. In 4th place, it's Bergar over at Rusty Nail Thief River Falls with 420,000 points. 3rd place is Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 444,000 points. Keith is in 2nd place with 493,000 points playing at Ibiza West. And in 1st place, it's none other than Forget You D at VFW Austin with 563,000 points.
That's some really exciting stuff on the player side of things. We haven't been able to update the location standings just yet, but as it stands, our entire top 10 are in the 1 million point club. In 10th place, we have Corner Pocket and Rice, who has 1,054,000. With 1,119,000 in 9th place, it's American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Clancy's on Island Lake in Park Rapids with 1,143,000. With 1,235,000 in 7th place, it's Rusty Nail Thief River Falls. 6th place is Billy's Rockford, who sits with 1,259,000 points. Then with 1,354,000 in 5th place, it's Miltona Liquor Store. 4th place is VFW Northfield with 1,453,000. With 1,717,000 in 3rd place, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. 2nd place is Mabel Liquor Store with 1,765,000. Then with 1,918,000 in 1st place, it is Poppers in Virginia.
Oh yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And we're in a bit of a slump for Wild news. There's not a lot of stuff happening right now. But if you guys want to stay up to date with our Wild, there's a great article that Michael Rousseau just put out visiting the Wild top prospect Marco Rossi, and you'll get to see his family home in Austria. It includes stories of his father making long drives when Marco was just a kid pursuing hockey, and how he almost killed a horse when he was practicing shots outside his house. It's a great little piece, and you guys should definitely check it out, as it's really fun. But we just don't have enough time to go over all the different details that are in that really fun article.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, if you guys want to show some support for our Wild, you can play the awesome eTab game Let's Go Wild. We've teamed up with them for it, and it's a lot of fun. And you can even check out that slap shot bonus round.
Yeah, it's a great eTab game. It's absolutely a blast. But we do have some prizes in this game number 7 set up for us. We got a $16 line prize, a $16 large M, and a $5,797 coverall. Really good stuff, as we already got players 3 balls away.
Absolutely, but we do have a fishing report to get into with you guys. But before we go over that, we got a line prize winner.
Let me win. And Coop, Nan, Hotness, Hippie, all splitting up that $16 line prize. Good job to all the winners on that one. Now we're on a $16 large M.
That's right, but we are checking in with Preston and Lanesboro, southeast Minnesota trout streams. This was done by Explore Minnesota, updated on just the 18th. As of August 15th, the stream flow report shows high water levels and flows for roughly half of southeastern Minnesota streams and rivers, with normal flows for the remaining streams and rivers. And on August 12th, fishery staffs noted that the stream conditions were and would be soon clear. The grasshopper bite was on, and the blue-winged olives and caddies were observed on the water on a daily basis.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Definitely make sure you're ready for when all those streams are doing great, so you can be catching a bunch of fish. But when you catch a giant jackpot during while you're playing Pilot Games, we'd love to see a photo of it. But it doesn't just have to be a jackpot photo, you know, like this. It could also be you with your arm around your best buddy playing a little Pilot Games, maybe with your favorite bartender, or just you by yourself having a great time playing Pilot Games. We love those player pictures. Send them in by messaging us on Facebook, those great player pictures, maybe by posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games. We'll grab those and pick them up for our broadcast, as well as emailing them to jackpots@Pilot Games. All of them great options to send in those really, really fun pictures.
Absolutely, but I'm hoping we can give out this large M nice and soon. We're about to be hitting the 50 ball marker, and we still haven't given out the $16 large M.
Oh, yeah, and while we're working on this $16 large M, we got a bit of Vikings news, and it's some fun Vikings news. We do have a large M winner, though.
That's right. We got Fifi over at Chili Lime, and Not VFW Vice at Adagio's, and Borgie over at Pine Island Liquor Store, all splitting up that $16 large M. Now we're working on a $24 Musco prize.
Oh, yeah, and it's Ryan over at the Sunshine Depot taking home that $24 Musco prize in this game number 7 of Twins Bingo. Good job to all the winners in this game. We're about to be getting enrolled into a game number 8, so only 3 more opportunities to take home that coverall jackpot, and it hasn't gone out these games, so it's continuing to grow into this one. So get enrolled, press play, and see if you can take home some good cash. But the Vikings news I was going to talk about.
That's right.
Upon arrival, Williams has been a massive difference maker, dominating for the 49ers and earning a league-high extension for his troubles. I mean, widely considered the best lineman in the entire NFL. After day 2 of joint practices, Williams spoke about his growing relationship with second-year tackle Christian Darrisaw. 49ers left tackle Trent Williams said he sees a lot of himself in Vikings left tackle Christian Darrisaw. He talked about the growing relationship with Darrisaw and that he's given him some pointers that came from Chris Thomason on August 18th, so just yesterday. Considering he was just compared to Williams, the fact that his relationship is growing with the All-Pro is a great sign. Darrisaw is primed for a great season opposite of Brian O'Neill.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when the best tackle in the entire NFL says, "Yeah, he reminds me a lot of myself," I think that's a pretty good sign. And also another big thing is that he's got to be asking for those pointers and stuff like that, because I mean, he's an opposing player and he's just going up to him and he's getting help from one of the best guys in the business at doing what he wants to do. And so I'm really excited if we can secure that offensive line. This offense should be unstoppable. So I'm really excited, and that's some really great news.
That's some really awesome stuff. Well, if you guys want to show some support for the Vikings as their season is about to start kicking off, you can play our awesome eTab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a lucky letter in that skull bonus round to take home some big prizes.
Oh yeah, but you can also take some big prizes home in our happy hour bingo. We play a bunch of skull bingo during that happy hour, and you take home points during that skull bingo towards our happy hour standings. We've been keeping diligently, making sure we got all the points recorded for your winnings in Skull Bingo, but we haven't just quite put those winnings into our standings yet. And so we'll talk about those standings that sit there since we've moved on from Jackpot Hunter $1 edition to Skull Bingo.
That's right. And on the player side of things, we still have that 3-way tie in 10th between Wolfstein at Carboni's Pizza, Crazy Kid at Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, and Jay Surma at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They all have 10,000 points. With 11,000 points, we have another 3-way tie, this time in 7th between Dustball 75 at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby at American Legion Fridley. Then with 12,000 in 6th place, we got Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon. 13,000 points sit with our 5th place player Chica at Willie McCoy's of Andover. 4th place is Billany at VFW Blaine with 15,000. Third place is O Lars over at Anami Vets Club with 17,000. Then with 20,000 in second place, it's Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. And our number 1 player is Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, who has 38,000 points.
Yeah, great player standings. On to the locations. In 10th place, we got the Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel with 16,000 points. With 17,000 points in 8th place, we got a two-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover. 7th place is Carboni's Pizza Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000 points. With 23,000 points in 6th place, we got VFW Blaine. 5th place is the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. We do have a winner, though, on that line prize.
That's right. Jerry B over at Otter Saloon is taking home that $17 line prize. Nicely done.
Won it before 10 balls were dropped in this game, getting a nice early win. But on to our top 5. 5th place, Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, 26,000 points. 4th place, American Legion Fridley, 33,000 points. 44,000 points for the 3rd place location, VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place is Anami Vets Club with 46,000 points. And in 1st place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points.
That's some really exciting stuff. We're working on a $17 large frame and a $5,888 jackpot. But we have some awesome celebrity birthdays to get into, and the first one on this day in 1851 is Charles E. Hires, the American pharmacist, inventor, and manufacturer of the Hires root beer beverage.
Yeah, you're a big fan of root beer. Now, what is your favorite root beer brand? Because I feel like root beer tastes very different when you go to different brands and stuff like that. So I'm going to go with Barks.
I was just about to say Barks, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have the most. And so it's the one I can like really know the taste of kind of thing. So I've grown really accustomed to it. But there's other root beers that I really enjoy. And it kind of matters on the mood. If I like want a sweet root beer.
Depends on what I'm eating too.
Or a nice like vanilla tasting root beer. You know what I mean? It's always good stuff. So happy birthday, Charles E. Hires. Next up, born in 1871, we got Orville Wright, American aviator that was a part of the Wright brothers, and the reason today is National Aviation Day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely a great one. As I mean, first to fly kind of thing. That's got to be crazy to do for the first time.
Absolutely. We do have Fifi over at Chili Lime taking home that large Emma, $17. We got 1 ball to go before we're moving past that jackpot.
Give out that jackpot? No, we are moving on to a $26 must-go coverall prize, and we already got Coop 1 ball away.
Yeah, Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright, together known as the Wright brothers, were American aviation pioneers, generally credited for inventing, building, and flying the world's first successful motor-operated airplane.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Orville Wright. We do have Fifi over at the Chili Lime, and Tez over at Poppers in Virginia, splitting up that $26 must-go coverall prize, as we are now getting enrolled into a game number 9 of Twins Bingo. Make sure you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as we continue talking about these celebrity birthdays. Happy birthday, Orville Wright, though. Next up, born in 1883, we got Gabrielle Chanel, nicknamed Coco. If you don't know, there are even songs named that reference Coco Chanel. She's a French fashion designer that created the luxury brand Chanel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely an awesome thing.
Yeah, the entire empire was born, from clothing to accessories to fragrances. Coco Chanel is a huge, huge line.
It definitely is. Now let's talk about someone that talks about all the biggest money winners.
People ever. Well, in 1919, Malcolm Forbes was born, the American publisher of Forbes magazine.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, a huge publishing that always is covering those huge those people who have a lot of money, that have a lot of money.
Top 1%.
Next up, born in 1931, we got Bill Shoemaker, a American racing Hall of Fame jockey. He's had 8,833 career victories. Won the Kentucky Derby in 1955, 1959, 1965, and in 1986, a bunch of wins. That's super impressive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought of it as like it's got to be the horse that wins it for him, but it looks like this guy definitely didn't have the same horse throughout that whole time and was able to continuously get wins.
Absolutely. He even held for 29 years the world record for total professional jockey victories.
No wonder he was so good. He was like nothing on their back. He was only 4'11".
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really interesting. Happy birthday, Bill Shoemaker. Next up, born in 1963, we got John Stamos, an American actor, part of General Hospital, as well as where he's really iconic from, Full House.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think John Stamos, super, super fun.
Absolutely. Even his yogurt commercials.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
Big fan. Next up in 1969, we got Herb Street, the American football analyst known for College Game Day.
Yeah, he's probably the, I mean, at least for me, he's like one of the most well-known college game analysts. Covers like every big college game. So happy birthday, Kirk Herbstreit. Next up, born in 1969, we got Matthew Perry, and a Canadian-American actor that was Chandler Bing on Friends.
Big fan.
Yeah,
the best character in Friends.
Yeah, definitely. Really? You think he's the best character on Friends?
Absolutely love Chandler.
I didn't think that. I always expected you to be a
Joey fan.
A Joey fan.
I love Joey. Don't get me wrong. A big fan of Joey. Joey's my second favorite character for sure.
Yeah.
But Chandler has to be number one. But if you guys didn't know, John Stamos was actually at a PyCon a few years ago with the Beach Boys, and he played a song with them.
That's so
insane.
cool. So one of our PyCons, we did have John Stamos there. That is awesome.
I wish I could have been there with the Beach Boys.
I forgot that Matthew Perry is the main older version of Zac
Efron in 17 again.
17 again. That's awesome.
Classic.
Happy birthday, Matthew Perry.
Big fan.
But we got to keep on going.
Okay, in 1982, we got Melissa Fumero, and she's the American actress known from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, she
plays
is.
Amy.
Yeah, the main love interest of
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Definitely a fun one.
Funny gal.
As I really enjoyed Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Next up, born in 1986, we got Christina Perry, an American singer-songwriter who wrote Jar of Hearts. And I will not lie, I unironically love that song.
I loved that song.
She killed it, and I listened to it like all the time in high school. It was so funny.
Agree.
And it wasn't even when I was feeling down. It was just that she sang it so good.
Song.
She sang it really well.
We do have Hippie as well as Lucky Tim and Lulu. Anyone else? Brucey Jr.
Yeah.
All four of them splitting up that $18 line prize.
Now we're working on that $18 large M in this game number 9. We'll see if we can give out any of these prizes. We got a bunch of players 5 balls away. But we do have some more fun celebrity birthdays. Born in 1988, Travis Tedford was born, the American actor who is a child star from Little Rascals.
Yeah. Iconic.
Yeah, he's got that iconic, like, upward-facing nose.
Yeah.
That and is just one of the cutest
kids.
kids.
Cheeks.
The cutest thing. He.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, he was a child actor during the 1990s.
He plays Spanky. I knew that. Spanky McFarlane.
Yeah, he was best known for Spanky McFarlane in Little Rascals, and for being the first Welsh's advertising spokeskid, beginning at the age of 6.
That's awesome. We do have Mikey wins at Steve-O's taking home that large M of $18. We got a nice little run-up with players in line to take home this jackpot with Randall 2 balls away, but it'll have to be perfect from here on out.
Yeah, he's also a voice actor in A Bug's Life.
Really?
Yeah, that's really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Travis Tedford.
Then our final celebrity birthday in 2335, William T. Riker, the character on Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah, I always love those fun Star Trek Next Generations, as their birthdays are always crazy. We do have a winner as player over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home that $28 coverall prize. Good job to all the winners in this game number 9 of Twins Bingo. We're getting enrolled into our final game of Twins Bingo for this Friday. So get enrolled, press play. That jackpot still growing into this next game.
That's right, but those were our celebrity birthdays, so happy birthday to everyone whose birthday it is out there, even you guys out there, happy birthday. But we do have some Timberwolves news to get into.
Yeah, John Krasinski, the Athletics beat writer in Minneapolis, reports that Michael Gary is leaving the Yes Network and the Nets to become the voice of the Minnesota Timberwolves at Bally Sports North.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I love getting a new voice in for our Minnesota Timberwolves, and a guy who's been doing it for a long time.
So this is a different John Krasinski?
Yes, this is a very different John Krasinski.
That is such an interesting name to have two people named John Krasinski.
Yeah, I don't think that's how you spell John Krasinski, the actor's name.
No, I think John is spelled differently, but I think Krasinski is spelled the same.
I wouldn't guess so, as I actually think that I might be pronouncing it wrong.
Oh no, they're spelled differently.
Yeah, I figured as yeah, just different spellings. Happy birthday. I mean, not happy birthday. Definitely a great thing that John Krasinski ended up reporting that Michael Grady is going to be taking over as the new voice of the Minnesota Timberwolves on Bally Sports North.
Well, that's some really exciting stuff, but you guys have been sticking around all hour long playing some Twins Bingo, and whether you're playing Twins Bingo or our Vikings Bingo when the NFL season kicks back off, you guys are taking home points to compete against each other in the Twiking Zone. And we're going to go through the top 5s of our players and locations for you guys, and starting on the player side of things. In 5th place, we got Nan over at Corky's Barn, South Haven. 4th place is Mikey Wins at Steve-O's. 3rd place is Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine. 2nd place is Sin Bob at Corky's Barn, South Haven, and Loser Dave reigns in 1st at VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, yeah, but our top 5 locations in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia. 3rd place, Corky's Bar, South Haven. 2nd place is American Legion Fridley. And in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park, the reigning champion, still in 1st place.
But we do have a very exciting Minnesota State Fair food highlight for you guys, and today it is deep fried ice cream. Ooh. Handmade ice cream bar covered in a crispy cornflake coating, deep fried, drizzled with raspberry and blueberry sauces, and topped with sprinkles. This is a vegetarian option if you guys needed to hear that. And it is available at the Snack House in the Warner Coliseum on the south side.
Yeah, definitely a awesome one. As you know, you get it on a stick too.
Yeah.
And everything is better on a stick. And
I completely agree.
So deep fried ice cream, go and get your fill of it at the Minnesota State Fair over at the Warner Coliseum at the Snack House. But some movies released on today. In 2005, The 40-Year-Old Virgin was released. One of the only raunchy comedies that you'll find.
Your Family?
No, that you'll find. Why am I blanking on the main actor?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell in. It's definitely the farthest he's ever went.
Really?
In any of his comedies.
I've never seen it. I've only seen the iconic waxing.
Oh
bit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's got a bunch of big time actors and actresses that it's like before they got really
big,
huge and everything like that. So it's a fun one to check out, especially if you haven't seen it. Definitely a fun one released on today.
Well, we have $18 on that line in Large M, and we officially have over $6,000 on that jackpot with players 3 balls away. Next up, on the 2011, Spy Kids All the Time in the World was released.
Yeah, the last of the Spy Kids series to be
I've not
released.
seen this one.
I think I watched it one time just because I needed to say that I've watched all the Spy Kids.
Naturally.
And it was good. It was entertaining. I probably, if I was a kid, I would have really liked it.
Yeah.
But just missed the flair that it had as when I was a kid.
We got Lulu and Hippie splitting up that $18 line prize. Nicely done.
Yeah, 2016, Ben-Hur was released. Also in 2016, we had War Dogs released.
I've seen War Dogs. I have not seen Ben-Hur.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Ben-Hur either, but I know that's a big, big legend or something. I think he might be history. I really don't know. I should brush up on it. But definitely a cool one. War Dogs, super popular as that was not just... why am I blanking on the guy that's in he's in 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's in Superbad. Jonah Hill, as well as
Miles Teller.
2018, The Last Sharknado, It's About Time was released. The final of the Sharknado series, and I absolutely love the Sharknado series.
I haven't seen any of them.
I've never seen this one, but I've seen...
well, it's a must-have now.
I think I've seen the first 3, and so I haven't seen...
That's dedication.
I haven't seen the next 5 that came out.
So is it just a shark that gets sucked up in a tornado each time?
It's so much more than that. It's so much more than that.
Fair enough. Well, today, actually, 2020, on this day, Beast is being released with Idris Elba.
Yeah, where he fights a lion.
Oh, yeah.
Super interesting stuff. But you guys are still working on that $18 large M. We got Lucky Swans 1 ball away. Hopefully we can get this out so we'll have a run-up at this coverall jackpot that has now gotten over $6,000. But on today, in August 19th, 1909, before I tell you what happened in 1909, we do have a winner.
Yes, we do.
we have Player over at Pizza Man in Farmington getting the win. The first race is held in Indianapolis Motor Speedway, now the home of the world's most famous motor racing competition, the Indianapolis 500.
Very cool stuff. But as we're working on this $28 must-go prize, we have a very important player we want to talk about, the jackpot they took home and the charity they supported. The Pust over at Northeast Palace this past weekend took home $6,392. While playing at the Northeast Palace, they supported the Minneapolis Firefighters Local 82 Triple Crown. Before I go over their mission statement, we do have a winner.
JTW over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards finishing out this Twins Bingo with a $28 must-go coverall prize. That means all those jackpots and winnings are growing over to our Saturday Twins Bingo. So make sure you guys come out tomorrow for that. But we got to talk a little bit more about the Northeast Palace, what they support, and what the Minneapolis Firefighter Local 82 Triple Crown is doing.
Yeah, their mission is to support the men and women of Minneapolis Firefighters Local 82 who proudly protect the residents and visitors of Minneapolis 24 hours a day and 365 days a year.
Definitely a great one, and you guys are about to get enrolled into a little bit of Jackpot 125 cent edition. Before I leave, I'd love to show this player picture of a huge win, $85,000 going out to Wheels just in our last few happy hours ago. But make sure you guys stick around, a Jackpot 125 cent edition, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys.
Hey guys, and we love giving out jackpots all the time, and just this past weekend we gave out a bunch of different jackpots, and let's just get it started.
All right, well on Friday the first one out went out to Frex over at Chanticleer Pizza Code Rapids, taking home $782.
Then we had a Loin over at Woody's Bar and Grill, taking home $34,990. Surprisingly, wasn't the largest jackpot of this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
That is craziness. Well, next up on Friday, we also gave one out to J.W. Breer over at Shoreline Restaurant, taking home $1,491.
Then we had Jimmy over at VFW Northfield, taking home $701.
Nicely done. Then we had Puddle 72 over at Moe's, taking home $721.
Yeah, good job. We also, on Friday, the last jackpot on Friday, went out to Chanta Duo over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $1,014.
Nicely done. Then Saturday got started off right with 6-9 BLT over at Lookout Bar and Grill, taking home $1,548.
Then we had C. Matt over at HR Pesties, taking home $708.
Then we had Jeffrey over at Municipal Liquor Store Twin Valley, taking home $708 as well.
Yeah, then we had Puddle Jumper over at Moe's, taking home $602. Definitely a great name right there.
Yeah, nicely done. And then Saturday got started off with what turned out to be the biggest jackpot of this past weekend, Pepper over at Moose Lodge Way Park, taking home $35,800. $194.
Whew, what a great jackpot. Then we had a player over at Leon's Riverside Pub taking home $10,263 to end off that Sunday. What a great weekend of jackpots, and hopefully this upcoming weekend we can have even more. But while you guys are playing, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins. Hey guys, and we love playing our lunchtime bingo. Right now during lunchtime, we're playing Twins Bingo, where you guys earn points towards the twiking zone.
That's right, and things have been going crazy on the player side of things, so I'm going to jump right in. And in 10th place, we got Puts over at Knuckleheads Bar and Grill, sitting with 34,000 points. With 36,000 points in 9th place, we got Juicy Loser at VFW Columbia Heights. 8th place, it's with Tez at Poppers with 53,000. Then a big jump to 75,000 points for the 7th place player, Red at American Legion Fridley. 6th place is Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 84,000. Then with 87,000 in 5th place, it's Mikey Wins at Steve-O's. Then in 4th place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar in South Haven with 90,000 points. Then with 107,000 points in 3rd place, we got Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine. 2nd place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, sitting with 121,000. And then with 123,000 right ahead of him in 1st place, it's Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park.
What a great player standings. But on the location side, it's just as competitive as well. And in 10th place, we got the Floppy Crappie of Pokegama Township with 40,000 points. With 49,000 points in 9th place, we got Cooper's Restaurant in Egan. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 32,000 points. With 70,000 points in 7th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 83,000 points. With 129,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 141,000 points. With 203,000 points in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. Second place is American Legion Fridley with 236,000 points. And with a whopping 305,000 points so far in this season 12, sitting in first place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
That is some pretty that is some pretty impressive stuff happening right there. But make sure you guys are coming out each and every day from 12 to 1 to try your hand at the lunchtime bingo, whether it be Twins Bingo or Vikings Bingo.